Oh man. But yeah, Killer Looks. He got arrested sleeping in a car in Knoxville for trafficking and died later. Oh, the one that I believe is Playboy. I mean, that's just a theory. I believe the guy's name is Marcus Washington, and he's deceased now. Playboy. That's just a theory. I am just going by his connections to Rogersville and him arrested at Rogersville for warrants for sex trafficking out of Knox County and Knoxville area, and his Vice Lord's ties and all that stuff. And he died in 2023, May of 2023, and yeah, they have been selling her before. Yeah, do you believe it's Marcus Washington, Killer Looks? I mean, now it's okay. I feel like it's okay to say because he's not with us anymore, but
convicted human trafficker kidnapper nabbed in Rogersville with guns and drugs. By Jeff Bobo, September 28th, 2020. Rogersville. A convicted sex offender and member of the Vice Lords criminal organization with convictions for sex trafficking and kidnapping was arrested Saturday morning in Rogersville after he reportedly passed out under the influence of drugs and drove into a ditch. Marcus Douglas Washington, 48, who was listed on his jail book in sheet as a homeless resident of Knoxville, was allegedly in possession of 3 firearms and a large quantity of unidentified powder narcotics at the time he was arrested. Rogersville Police Department Officer Josh Bird stated in his report that shortly after 6 a.m. Saturday, he observed a 2019 Nissan Sentra in a ditch near the Chip Hill Center at the intersection of Clinch Street and Hassan Street. Bird said it appeared that the vehicle had been traveling east on Clinch Street when it apparently passed through the intersection and entered a grassy area, coming to a stop in a ditch. When Bird approached the vehicle, he reportedly observed Washington asleep behind the wheel with a syringe under his left leg, the engine running and transmission shifted to drive. Aliases include Khalifa L. Salik and X. Douglas Lucifer. Washington reportedly told police he became sleepy while driving and must have fallen asleep. Bird said Washington had difficulty speaking and didn't seem to know where he was. A NCIC search revealed that Washington was wanted in Knox County for violation of sex offender registry requirements, and he also has a fugitive warrant that was issued by the U.S. Marshals Service. Bird said the NCIS report also indicated that Washington is considered armed and dangerous with violent tendencies. Among his aliases are Khalifa Al Salik and X. Douglas Lucifer. After arresting Washington, officers searched his vehicle and allegedly found guns and narcotics. In the trunk, officers allegedly located an unloaded Saga 12 semi-automatic 12-gauge shotgun and a fully loaded magazine, a Braco 38 caliber handgun, and a Army Tanfoglio .25 caliber handgun, both of which were loaded with 1 round in the magazine. A pink box in the front passenger seat allegedly contained 2 types of powder, one weighing 12 grams and the other weighing 0.76 grams. Officers also seized a variety of drug paraphernalia, including syringes, small bags, a marijuana grinder, cut straws, a butane lighter, and bottle caps, often used for cooking needle drugs. Coerced prostitution from drug addiction women. The NCIC reported report confirmed that between 1997 and 2016, Washington had been convicted on multiple felonies, including kidnapping, sex trafficking, firearms possession, and possession of dangerous narcotics. The report also showed that he was a confirmed member of the Vice Lords. According to a U.S. Department of Justice report, Washington pleaded guilty on November 21, 2016, in U.S. District Court in Knoxville to one count of conspiracy to commit commercial sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute, Schedule II controlled substance, and possession with intent to distribute a Schedule II controlled substance. In 2017, he was sentenced to 10 years of incarceration in federal prison to be followed by 3 years of supervised release. According to court documents, on September 25, 2013, Knoxville County Sheriff's Department deputies arrested Washington after he arranged for a woman to meet an undercover officer in a hotel for paid sex. Police seized oxycodone from Washington at the time of his arrest. The Department of Justice report states that Washington recruited the woman to engage in prostitution, knowing that she was addicted to oxycodone and that she feared withdrawal sickness. In the weeks prior to his arrest, Washington withheld oxycodone from the woman as a means to compel her to prostitute for his profit. Washington also kept all the money from the prostitution in addition to manipulating her addiction and fear of withdrawal symptoms. Washington assaulted and threatened physical harm against the woman. RPD Chief Doug Nelson told the Times News on Monday, "It is unknown at the time why Washington was in Rogersville Saturday, but an investigation is underway." Washington was charged Saturday with 3 counts of possession of a firearm by convicted felon, possession of Schedule III narcotics, and possession of drug paraphernalia, with more charges pending completion of crime lab testing on the powder that was seized from his vehicle. Washington was being held with no bond set in the Hawkins County Jail.